Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. This is the second video now of my review series, Jay's Gear Reviews. This is going to show off the Peavey 6505 mini head. Now, this little amp is a 20 watt all tube amp that has two channels, essentially three channels. There's the green channel, which is kind of like a classic gain channel, which also has a boost to it. And then there's the red channel, which is the lead channel, which gets very, very gainy. So all in all, you have about three channels on there. This is a good amp for bedroom playing, recording, or even playing with a band. It's loud enough to play with the band at the 20 watt setting, but you can drop it down to either 5 watts or 1 watt for bedroom playing or recording, which is nice because if you do this, you can record at 1 watt and you can really put the volume very high and get some tube saturation out of it. Okay, so here we see the front panel of the 6505 mini head. So from left to right here, first obviously you have your input. Then we have a channel select, which this is negated when you have the foot switch plugged in, which I do, so it doesn't really do anything. Then you have your gain for the rhythm channel, which also has a bright switch and the crunch switch. Now the crunch switch, again, doesn't do anything when you have the foot pedal hooked up. Then you have your pre-gain for the lead channel, which is the red channel. Then you have your EQ, you have low, mid, high. Now here's where you get your volumes. So you have your rhythm volume and you have your lead volume. Next to that, we have reverb, then we've got resonance, and we've got presence. We have standby and power switch. Okay, so now we have the rear panel of the 6505. Through the grate here, you can see the tubes. Right here, you have your voltage selector switch, which I'm in the United States, so it's set already. Your power. Then here is the good part. You can drop down from 20 watts, you can go to 5 watts, or down to 1 watt. So I did the whole review on 5 watts here. You can switch your ohms from 8 to 16. Here's your speaker out. Now this is where you can do direct out. So the best part about this is you have a speaker defeat switch. So when you plug it in, you're turning this off essentially. So nothing's going to come out of your cabinet. On here you have a headphone jack. You have an XLR out and then a ground lift. Now the XLR out and the headphone jack have what they call MSDI, mic simulated direct interface, which is supposed to simulate a cabinet. I don't find that it sounds that good, but my preference for recording direct is to use my effects loop here, and you have your send, and you go into the computer or your audio station, and you just use some cabinet impulses. So obviously it does have an effects loop right here. This is where you can hook up the foot switch to either the channel and the crunch, or to a reverb and loop. And then here is the record out USB, which again uses the MSDI. All the tones you're hearing are going to be mic'd up with a Shure SM57. It's a Marshall 4x12 cabinet as well. Everything's going to be direct from the speaker to the mic, right to the USB interface, which is a Focusrite Scarlet. So besides that, you're not going to hear any compression. You're not going to hear any EQ on anything. This is the straight up amp. The only reverb you're going to hear is the digital reverb that is found in the 6505MH. Okay, so this first example is going to be a G&L Asat Deluxe, which has 2 humbuckers in it. They're more that 50s style Les Paul humbuckers. They're not really a high output at all, but I'm going to be showing it off on the lead channel. The gain's about between 4 and 5 on there, and then I'm going to drop the volume a bit, and you're going to see how it handles that when you play with the volume pot on the guitar itself, and check it out. Okay, this next example is going to be the GNL Fallout. We're going to show it off in the lead channel again, same as before with the Asat, same settings and everything. And then I'm going to switch off in between a couple of the different green channels. I'm going to start off going into the regular green channel, and then I'm going to do the boost on there. The green channel gain without the boost is around 8. And with the boost, I'm keeping it the same. You're going to notice a volume drop when you switch to the boost mode. So for some reason, the volume always drops on boost. I think it's a trait that they all have. I don't think it's just mine. So you might notice that in the video. You get more saturation and lead tone out of that boost in the green channel. Check it out. Okay, so this final example is going to be the fallout again, but we're going to do some clean tones on it, which is the green channel, and the gain is very, very low. It's probably, I think it's between 1 and 2 maybe on here. So I have the volume really jacked up on there, but the gain extremely low. Now the fallout has very hot pickups on it, so you're probably going to hear some clipping, so I apologize in advance for that. I didn't realize that until after I had recorded the examples. So besides the clipping though, that's not the amp really, it's just the humbucker and the bridge position on the fallout, and then you're going to hear some with the P90 and some coil tapping as well. Check it out. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it helped some prospective buyers out maybe, or just some people who wanted to, hear some tones of what the Peavey 6505 mini head sounds like. It's a great little amp if you want something, that can keep up with a band that's very loud, or if you just want something small for bedroom recording or just bedroom practice. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.